Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, fans, and welcome back to more Titan basketball. I'm Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes, and it's Westminster against Thiel in men's basketball action. Welcome in, Jacob.
Thank you, Mark. First time we're sharing the booth this season. I'm excited for a great game between Thiel and Westminster.
Should be a good one. Coach Dave Richards gave us an opportunity to look at some of the keys to this first game. Coach Richards in his first year here at Westminster. Here are our keys to the game.
Absolutely. That first key going to be guard your yard and gaps. Play solid defense against this Thiel team. Key number 2, hit first and go rebound. And that last and final key number 3, keep the ball hot and be ready on your catch. Last game, Westminster didn't have the performance from behind the line that they like to behind the arc. Looking to get those three-point shots falling today.
And we'll certainly talk more about that as we get you set for pregame and have the game action. It's Thiel and Westminster, and it's coming up next on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
We're back here at Westminster College. Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Also RJ Scott with us in this one. And we'll come down to RJ in a minute because RJ is going to tell us about Coach Tim Loomis and the Thiel College Tomcats.
There, great to be back. Coach Tim Loomis is in his 20th year in the PAC, and his best record since has been 20-7, and he also got a PAC Head Coach of the Year. I asked him, I said, Coach, has anything changed since? And he says no. Year in and year out, it's the same mentality, same grind. Though some things change, you still got to apply the same mentality and the same mindset. In this game, they won one against Hiram, 61-58 last game. And he said coming into this game, they got to stop the three, and they got to make sure they shut down the scores that Westminster has.
Thank you very much, RJ. We'll have RJ with us throughout the game. Coach Loomis in year 20 with a long career for Coach Loomis. Also did some coaching at Kennedy Catholic in high school. Has coached at the D1 and D2 level among his stops throughout his coaching career. Take a look at the PAC standings. Currently on the men's basketball side, just have the one game apiece. We've got Geneva and Thiel and Allegheny with wins on the north. Hiram, Westminster, and Grove City with a loss on the north side. In the South Division, Franciscan and W&J have a win. St. Vincent and Bethany have not yet played. Chatham and Waynesburg have a loss in the PAC. Other games going on today, Jake.
We got 3 other 3 p.m. games. Allegheny hosted by Geneva, Grove City at Hiram, W&J traveling to Steubenville to face against the Barons of Franciscan, and the nightcap, St. Vincent going to Waynesburg to face off against the Yellow Jackets.
Recently, the Westminster Titans, they win on November 25th against Bryant and Stratton as part of their 3-3 season. Titans won that game 88-54. Got up big at the half and continued to roll. 18 made three-pointers against Bryant and Stratton. But Wednesday against Allegheny, they ain't hit from the outside. Just 16% from three. Their worst performance from outside of the year. Lost the game to Allegheny 66-54. Drew Weir led the way with 15 points. Trey DePietro, a nice all-around game. 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 blocks in that one. But as we've seen so far, and we'll talk about this as we go, the Titans shoot well, they win. They don't shoot well, it's a much, much tougher game. A little bit about Thiel.
Yeah, looking at Thiel's schedule on this season, overall they are 4-4, yet to win a game on the road, but undefeated at home in their last one. They beat Hiram in a close game. Camario Curcio-Harris had 12 points and 5 rebounds in that 61-58 win. Thiel looking to get their second conference win early in the season.
As we take a look at the history between these two teams, Westminster won that first game way back in 1921 as they knocked off Thiel 31-22.
Absolutely. The overall series is led by the Titans 47-29 in their last matchup. It was a 78-71 victory by the Titans. And a little nugget, Westminster's won 8 of the last 9 here at Buzz Ridl Gymnasium against the Tomcats, looking to make it 9 of 10.
But just 2 of the last 6 overall against this team. So the numbers looking good, but lately Thiel has had a little bit of the advantage Titans trying to turn that around as we go. Looking at some of the comparison stats in this one, the Titans coming in averaging 74 points a game to Thiel's 67. Titan defense holding teams at 69 points a game, Thiel at 72. Titans shooting the free throws at 73% to Thiel's 71, and making threes at 32% to Thiel's 35.
Looking at some more comparison stats for Thiel and Westminster. Something that sticks out to me is those threes. Thiel shooting at 35% from behind the arc, but only making about 4.5 a game, about 3.5 blocks a game. Steals are similar. The assists, though, the Titans near the top of the PAC, second in the PAC in assists per game, and a positive assist to turnover ratio.
No doubt. And those are always key numbers. Some of the key players in this one for Westminster, led by Drew Weir. Last year, a career high 33 against Thiel. Drew leading the team 14 points a game, 8 rebounds, 43% field goals. DJ Harrell, transfer from Salem, 16 points a game. He's got 9 steals to lead the squad, 44% from 3. Trey DePietro continues to just get better, returning from a year off with a knee injury. 8 points a game, 11 blocks. That leads the team 49% from the field. And Mick Hergenrother, not looked to score as much as maybe he did last year, but able to do some of the other things. 14 steals, 27 assists, lead the Westminster squad. On the Thiel side.
Talking about the Tomcats, the first player, almost the leader in every category, going to be Kamari Accurcio-Harris, averaging about 12.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. Leads the Thiel Tomcats in rebounds, assists, blocks, and points. Second player of the game to look at for Thiel going to be Mike Brown, the point guard, averaging about 11.5 points. 11 points last season as well, the top returning scorer from this Tomcats team. Anthony Henderson, the second, another 11-point scorer for this team. Gets to the free throw line at 35 attempts through the first 8 games, about 4.5 from the line in the early season. And then John DeCecco, the sniper for the Thiel Tomcats. He's 15 of 33 early in this season.
Our officials for this afternoon will be Kyle Stewart, Andrew Rainier, and Mario DeBello. Take a timeout. We come back. We'll have the starters and the tip-off. It's Westminster and Thiel coming up on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks. Located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
Back here, Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes as we get you set for men's basketball. Westminster and Thiel, the Titans at 3-3, 0-1 in the PAC. On their first year, Coach David Richards, 2-time PAC Coach of the Year, 3 PAC titles over Chatham. Now coming over to Westminster, former Titan player as well, and Coach Richard, 2009 graduate, former team captain. Thiel Tomcat under Tim Loomis in year 20, 4-4, 1-0 in the PAC. Time allowed to look at the starters for Westminster. We'll start with Jackson Hendershot, the 6'4 senior, averages 6 points a game. DJ Harrell, the 6-foot graduate student, averaging 16 points a game. Drew Weir's a 6'6 senior, averaging 14 a game. Mick Hergenrother, a 6-foot senior, averaging 4 a game. And Trey DePietro, a 6'7 senior, averaging 8 points a game.
Taking a look at the Tomcats starting lineup, going to be their main man, Kamari Accurcio-Harris, number 8, averaging 12.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, leads the team in assists and blocks. The point guard, Mike Brown, averaging 11.5 with 10 steals on the season, 30 free throw attempts and 30 three-point attempts. Looking at Anthony Henderson, the second, as I mentioned earlier, gets to the line at a very high clip and leads this team with 13 steals. John DeCecco, the sniper, 11 per game, 15 made threes on this early season and grabs about 4 boards. And Adrian Lamo, only 6 shots attempted on this season, 3 for 6 and 2 for 4 from 3, averaging about 1.5 points for the Tomcats.
On the season, as we mentioned, 74 points a game offensively for Westminster, 69 on the defensive side. Just shot, and you got a chance to call that game Wednesday against Allegheny. Just shot 16% against Allegheny. Another loss early in the year on the road was Albion, shot 18%. Home cooking, I don't know, but they've shot very well at home so far. Not so great on the road.
Absolutely. On the season, about 32%. Before that Allegheny game, they were atop the PAC within the top 5 in three-point percentage with about 34.5. That 4 for 25 performance definitely knocked them down a little bit. Looking at Thiel from the three-point side, they're high on the percentages, but the least made threes in the PAC per game with about 4.6, the least assists with 9.5, and the third lowest rebounds with about 35. Westminster looking to take advantage of all of those aspects here today.
And talking to Coach Richards and some of the things he talked about, he said, this is a good Thiel team. And he said, we're going to have to play well. And I kind of asked him, what does it feel like when you're kind of watching a game, coaching when the shots just aren't going in? And he really wasn't upset. He said there was a lot of good looks and a lot of shots that were just in and out. They just didn't fall.
Absolutely. A shot or two here and there, it makes that a different game. And calling that game being there was no bad shots, no forced shots, all looks that could fall on a different day, maybe here at Ron Galbraith Court today. But 4-25 ain't going to cut it in the PAC.
Another thing that Coach mentioned to me, and you can talk on this as well, is he said we just really had a tough time stopping their guards.
Yeah, the main issue and what Allegheny realized in the first half is their shot wasn't falling as well, so they started attacking more. Ryan Lang got into a groove and started attacking downhill. One-on-one, the Titans struggled to keep their man in front of them, to say the least, in the first half.
And when you talk about that balance, and you got a team of guys, a lot of guys that can shoot it, opposed to guys that don't shoot it maybe as well but play the defense, and you're trailing in the game, where do you go with it? And I asked Coach, where's that balance? He goes, sometimes you just don't know. I said, do you have another guy you could go to? Like, do you feel like you have another hot hand? He says, sometimes I feel like we don't have a guy that can do that in a certain situation. So he's still learning this team, learning what these guys can do. We saw it in the women's game earlier. Once Katie Mario got hot from three, it changed the complexion of that entire game.
Absolutely, and one of the star players for the Titans, Drew Weir, only 1 for 9 from deep behind the arc. Not a performance that Drew usually has. And even the freshman Lucas Stanley, who had 7 threes earlier this season, 0 for 1, didn't get many looks and couldn't get the Titans going off the bench. No microwave ability.
And what we will start to see is when you get a guy like Lucas Stanley, who has had a fantastic start to his freshman career shooting the basketball, it doesn't take long for everybody else in the conference to realize, oh, 2's in, don't give him a shot.
Absolutely. That's kind of what happened with Katie Mario towards the second half last season. She had an amazing season from behind the arc. Teams kind of started scouting her, and Lucas Stanley, something that's happening for him early in this season.
Talk about Stanley, and what an incredible first start of the year for the freshman. We'll see him come off the bench, but Lucas 15 of 37 from 3.
Out there for the Thiel Tomcats, number 7, Doss Sanders and Drew Weir for the jump ball. His action's about to get underway here in Buzz Ridl Gymnasium on Ron Galbraith Court.
So Sanders will jump center circle at 6'6". Against Drew Weir at 6'6". Daz Sanders and Drew Weir, center circle. We're ready to get this underway. Thiel in the navy blue, Westminster in the white, ball in the air, tap controlled by Thiel. We're playing basketball here at Westminster. Out front is Lama. Feed it to the left side for Henderson. Henderson, foul line extended. Jumper is around the rim, no good. And Weir with a tight rebound.
Something that Drew Weir's definitely improved on his game this early season is the rebounding. Atop the PAC, 4th in the PAC in rebounds per game.
The Henderson shot to run, it should be Hergenrother to run the point for the Titans. Inside to Petro and over to Harrell, top of the key. Here's Henderson, shot floats a 3, got it! That's the way to start for the Titans, a triple for Jackson Henderson.
Absolutely, off to a good start. Better than last game against Allegheny from behind the arc. Jackson getting hot early.
Sanders at the top of the key. Feed it right side to Tercio Harris. Back out front for Sanders. Top of the key, floats the jumper, shot no good. Let's make Hergenrother with the rebound. 3-0 Titan lead. DePietro down the baseline. Fake take, layup good. Trey DePietro with his first 2. DePietro just starting to look better and better, coming back from that knee surgery a year ago.
Absolutely, and he kind of added a deep ball into his game, 10 attempted early in this season.
Top of the key, Tercio Harris. Feed it to Lama. Lama between the circles. Feed it on the right side to Henderson. Henderson Attacks the basket, floats it with a right hand, it rattles out, no good, fight for the rebound, and Harrell had good position. They knocked it out of bounds behind Harrell. It's Westminster basketball.
High defense there from Hergenrother on Henderson. Not really too adept from deep 4-29 on his career, but that quick first step, and if he gets downhill, Anthony Henderson can do some damage.
Sniper DeCecco will check out. They'll bring in quickly on the Thiel side. Picho top of the key will win a Hergenrother double team and fired inside, expecting a roll, nobody there. And the ball out of bounds.
Just a little miscommunication from some senior teammates. Had a few of those the other night, but Nick and Trey definitely have a lot of minutes on this court play together.
Lama working out front to Curcio Harris. Back to Sanders. Titans leading 5-0 here. Just underway in men's action. Sanders into the paint, double team, kicks it back out front, firing a three and hitting. The far side three is Anthony Henderson. Actually, Curcio Harris, sorry.
Mr. Do-It-All, Curcio Harris with his third made three of the season.
A 5-3 Titan lead. We're out front. DePietro right side to Hendershot and back out to Harrell. DJ to the foul line, stops and pops the jumper there. It's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound grab by Kemp. So Lamo to set the offense with 7:17 to go here in the first half. Sanders holding the basketball for a long time. Finally now looks to dribble towards the baseline, makes a move into the paint, turns, shoots with the left hand, and it's up and good. Lefty hook for Daz Sanders.
Daz Sanders, a little nugget about him, 44% of his career rebounds are offensive, gets a little baby hook to go early.
Here goes Hergenrother down the lane, blocked at the rim by Kemp, who got up high to slap it away. Kemp on the left side, Kemp to the rim, floats the jumper, hits it, and a foul to go with it. It looks like it's going to be a chance for a three-point play.
Caden Kemp, the good drive there after the block, taking it coast to coast and getting the three-point play opportunity. A whole list of accomplishments in high school. Most record for most points in a season, most athletic award, most improved player, defensive player of the year, high school high honor. I mean,
Inglewood, California, Northgate High School. Foul shot line left and something good. And really came off the bench and had a big spark right away.
Absolutely on the season, averaging about 5.1. Halfway to that mark already.
Grell on the right side. Cut off at the baseline to DePietro out front. Needed to Weir, right side for Hendershot. Inside Weir, opposite corner. Harrell fakes a three. Harrell banging into the paint. Gets the shot to go. They're going to wave this one off. Dave Richards say, why don't we get that one?
Yeah, a little physicality there from Harrell, ducking the shoulder. Not a game that Harrell that we're used to seeing either last game. 4 for 16 from the field against Allegheny. A veteran leader of this team.
Comes in leading the squad, averaging 16 points a game. Long discussion with Coach Loomis, kind of a heated discussion. So it'd be a baseline inbound for Westminster. Box set. In left side, he threw it past DJ Harrell. That's the second time. We kind of have a little miscommunication by the Titans and a pass out of bounds. Titans turn it over.
In the last two games, a lot of the Titans turnovers have come on those little miscommunications, whether it's a slip or a fade on a screen or just a missed pass. Not many forced turnovers from the opponent, just the Titans shooting themselves in the foot.
Whistle, backcourt foul going to go against Hergenrother. Mick's been the best defender for the Titans and often gets locked up one-on-one against one of the better guards from the opposite side.
He did an excellent job the other night on Ryan Lang in that second half, face guarding him after his 12 points early.
Sanders, the basketball working against DePietro to the baseline. Sanders into the paint, feeds it outside on the wing for Henderson. Back to Sanders, fires a three. It's off the front rim, no good, and Weir with a tight rebound. Which Richard waved in his arms, wanting them to move down the court. Run when you can. Harrell out front. Fakes left, goes right, hard to the basket, throws it over the rim. Shot no good, rebound grab by Kemp. Kemp quickly across the timeline. Really can't get into their offensive set because Hergenrother's not letting Lamo get the ball.
Yeah.
There's out front, Curcio Harris in the paint, floats the jumper with the right hand, and that's just an individual move and good for a bucket. 5 points now for Curcio Harris.
Led the team last year in rebounds as well to Curcio Harris. Second in blocks. They had a career-high 16 rebounds against Westminster last season.
Titans down 10-5, ball into DePietro. DePietro working left, puts it up off the glass and good. Nice little fade by Trey DePietro.
Something the Titans missed last year was that physicality from DePietro, that 6'7" frame and a big body down low that can really bang with guys like Sanders.
They did a nice job of giving him space that time to work, no double down. Up front, Sanders. Curcio Harris, who works against Weir. Left side, Lamo, he's open for 3 and hit it off a screen low. They got a nice open look for his first 3 of the game.
Averages about 4.5 minutes there. Lamo, no hesitation on that 3, his 3rd of the season. Now 3 for 5.
13-7, the Thiel lead. Motion offense for the Titans. Harrell on the right wing. Thought about a 3. They'll feed it inside to DePietro. Fake take and squeezes it home. He's able to get it in past the rim. 6 points early for Trey DePietro.
Trey stuffed the stat sheet last game against Allegheny. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 blocks. Real menace in the paint.
Backdoor cut. That's going to be a hold. Kemp, a little hold on Hendershot and used him kind of as a slingshot to get to the basket. He'll get called for the foul, the offensive foul. Give the ball to Westminster. It's going to take us to immediate timeout. We'll also have a bunch of changes when we get there as well. We'll take a timeout with the score, Westminster trailing Thiel. It's Thiel 13, Westminster 9 on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
Back here, Buzz Ridl Gymnasium. Ron Galbraith court. I'm Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes, RJ Scott, 3rd member of our team. Check in with RJ here. Coming out of the timeout. Westminster making some changes. Carter Anderson, Lucas Stanley, Nick Ryan into the lineup. Let's go down to RJ. Go ahead, bud.
Coach Richards specifically said they have to move the ball and get it to the 3, and if it's not there, they can cut inside. They just have to keep playing and moving the ball, but also, most importantly, they have to get back on defense if they want to get back into this game.
Thank you very much, RJ. Checking out things behind the Titan bench. Stanley to Anderson, top of the key. A couple of snipers that have just checked in for the Titans. Nick Ryan, another good shooter as well. So a lot of firepower on the perimeter right now with the 3 changes. Ball out front to Ryan. Shot clock at 10. Into the corner opposite. And Hergenrother going to pull a 3. It's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Curcio Harris.
Nick, only 15% from deep range this season. Can't get that one to go.
Ball dumped down low for Kemp. Fake, take, shot in the paint. It's up and good. Hayden Kemp off the bench with 5 early points. Thiel leads 15-9.
Titans almost threw it away there. Kemp, a good spark off the bench for Thiel so far.
Hergenrother right side for Ryan. Ryan to DePietro. DePietro will feed it to Anderson. Anderson into the paint, back out front. Ryan's going to float a 3. It's off the rim, no. Rebound pulled out of there. I think Hergenrother might get a foul here. He does. Ended up on the floor. I think he reached up to try to grab the ball and ended up grabbing Henderson. So Mick's going to pick up his 2nd foul.
Morrell back in the game now for Hergenrother. That 2nd foul going to sit him down. 13:05 left in this first half.
Team foul number 3 on the Titans. And Henderson. Took the ball out front for Zach Lilly, who's just checked in. Ball out front, Curcio Harris. Hand it to Henderson with a shot clock at 11. Right side for Kemp. On the wing. Foul line extended to Curcio Harris into the paint, working against Stanley, and he's going to be slipping and called for the travel. He threw that ball in the hoop, falling down backwards. Good defensive minutes there, though, for Stanley.
Absolutely. Stanley, known for that shooting, obviously going to be face guarded, ran off the line. Only one made and one attempted non-three-pointer this season for the freshman from Union.
Inside they'll hand to Anderson. Will the Titans? Dangerous pass, but grabbed by Ryan, top of the key. Over to Harrell with the Titans in a motion offense. Back to Ryan out front. Ryan works around a screen from DePietro to the baseline and back out to Harrell. 12:16 to go here, first half. Harrell to the foul line, floats the jumper, and can't get it to go. Curcio Harris with the rebound. Harris feeds it back out front for Kemp. To the right side. And Logan Lentz, who checked in for the first time. Ball knocked away by the Titans. Lead pass ahead to Ryan. Ryan to the basket. Got it to go and a foul. What a great job Ryan did of using his body on that one.
Yeah, one of the physically visible built players on the Titans team, using all that strength. See the replay here. It was a great pass from Harrell up to Ryan on the bounce pass. Averaged 27 points his senior season for Warren JFK and 12 rebounds, Mark. So definitely known for being a physical player as Ryan.
No doubt about it. You know what? And we're going to go back to like one of the early games. And Ryan took a basket just like that and laid it up like he was in high school and got the ball slapped off the rim. He's learned in a short time.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit Westminster here.
Talking about the alumni and family holiday gathering at Santa's Christmas Land, Titans join fellow Westminster alumni and friends on Saturday, December 13th for a magical morning at Santa's Christmas Land at Cranex. With no lines and no waiting, thanks to the generosity of George and Penny Cranek, Westminster alumni and their families will enjoy exclusive early access from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to stroll through the enchanting Christmas Land displays before the crowds arrive and capture the moment. As Santa will be on site for visits and photos, celebrate the season with fellow alumni and their families. Call 724-946-6996 to register by December 8th.
As a lifelong resident of Hermitage, Cranex gets quite busy at this time, and there's no doubt the lines could get crazy long. So that's a great opportunity. Thank you to the Cranek family for allowing for that. Get a chance to get in and see Christmas Land. I've been through it twice already. It's really nice.
Yeah, I remember I used to go as a kid. Haven't been in a few years. Might have to hit that opportunity up after 9 a.m. though. Not an alumni yet.
No doubt about it. So out of the timeout. I don't know if RJ had anything for us or not right now, but if you're not right now, okay. RJ, we can use you anytime, even with or without. Let's go down to RJ for a moment. Go ahead, bud.
Coach Loomis specifically said that we have to get back on defense. These are both two high-scoring teams, obviously, right now, especially with Westminster living and dying by the three. Thiel is also getting the ball around, so with high-scoring games require good defense.
Thank you, RJ.
Something about that defense that Thiel's been playing is Ryan misses the free throw. Is the motion offense confuses defenses that Westminster runs, but Thiel doing a very good job at switching and staying home when necessary.
Full court pressure by the Titans. Lentz to the top of the key, feeds it on the left side for Henderson. Underneath, reverse layup up and good. Curcio Harris now with 7 points in the game.
Sloppy possession ends in a great entry pass and a good reverse athletic layup there from Curcio Harris.
Right side, Ryan. Anderson, top of the key. Feed it left side for Weir. He'll float a three. It's off the front rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Ryan keeps it alive. Out to Harrell. Harrell left open. He'll fire from three. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound underneath, grab by Henderson on the run. Long pass ahead to Lentz to the basket, lays it in. Logan Lentz got in front of everybody.
Titans getting out hustled right there, not getting back. Lentz an easy two for the Thiel Tomcats.
Biggest lead of the game now, 8 for Thiel. Harrell working right side. To the top of the key, feeds it back to Ryan. He's open for a three. That one's good. Nick Ryan gets his 7th three of the year, 5 in the game for Nick.
Yeah, one of the best three-point shooters coming into this game. 43%. Misses his first one, makes the second one. Good for the confidence for the freshman.
There's a near steal, near side ball knocked away. Stanley had a hand on it. Nearly knocked it off a Lentz. And the ball out of bounds. DePietro and Hendershot to check back in for the Titans.
Early in this new coaching staff season, something that I personally like is the yin and yang of Coach Craig Hannon and Coach David Richards. David Richards, very calm, cool, and collected, not animated. Coach Hannon, all over the place on the sideline. I love the energy from one of the Titan greats.
See Coach Hannon right next to Coach Richards on the end of the Titan bench. There's Henderson feeding it to Sanders in the paint. Sanders with a move with the right hand, puts it up and in against DePietro, using that 6'6" frame to bang it in off the glass.
One of the PAC's best shot blockers there. Sanders not scared of DePietro. Second in the PAC in blocks per game with 1.8 behind WJ's Nathan Plotner, averaging 3.7.
Kenny Ermat now in the game, face guarding Weir. Ball knocked away from Harrell, got it back, put it up, put it in. DJ Harrell gets his first two, tried to squeeze it into DePietro. Ball got knocked back to him and he threw it in. Thiel by 5. Ermat on the left side. Being bothered by Harrell and out to Sanders. Back to Ermat. Looking for help. Feeds it to Lilly. Inside for Henderson in the paint. Back out for Lilly. Shot clock at 7. Lilly skids to a stop to Ermat. Ermat in trouble. Ermat didn't get it off in time. Shot clock violation. Titan bench on their feet, celebrating that defensive series.
30 seconds of stout defense from the Titans as Lucas Stanley checks in for Drew Weir. Westminster trails by 5.
Last offensive possession, it was straight face guard on Drew Weir with Ermat, the 6'6" sophomore. Left side, header shot to Stanley, top of the key. Feeds DePietro and then to Harrell. Harrell around his screen. Back to DePietro. Trey to the basket, floats it with the right hand, back rim no good, fight for the rebound and grabbed by Sanders. Ermat across the timeline. Feeds it down low for Lilly, steps through a double team, put it up and in, and the foul to go with it. Nifty move inside by Zach Lilly.
Defensive miscues from the Titans in this first half. Didn't look like anybody was manned up against Lilly, found himself in the dunker spot, then 3 Titans converge, ends up in a 3-point play.
Harrell picks up his second foul, so now Harrell and Hergenrother both with 2. Foul shot rattles home for Lilly. Into the game, Ryan Grant. John DeCecco started the game, didn't play long, and came out. DeCecco, 15 threes, 46% from distance, leads the team in those departments.
Something to look at for Thiel. Yet to see Mike Brown for the Thiel Tomcats today, one of the best players.
Out front, Harrell, 3, top of the key, shot no good. Ryan with a rebound, fakes, takes, muscles it, got it blocked, got it back, got a foul. I think it's going to be 2 shots coming for Nick Ryan. Good work underneath.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that get you minutes as freshmen. It's not as Nick Ryan needed those. First game was getting consistent minutes, but 2 offensive rebounds in the first 11 minutes.
We're going to need somebody to start to try to get some boards inside with this kind of offense where there's a lot of perimeter action. You need guys who attack. Trey's going to get his and Drew's going to get his, but you need a couple other guys. And Ryan, who hits that first foul shot, might be one of those guys that gives him a little physicality. You mentioned that earlier. It can help on the boards.
He's controlled chaos, to say the least. I mean, he's always flying in for the offensive rebounds, but ends up securing it, drawing the foul.
Hergenrother with the 2 fouls checks back in. Both foul shots made by Nick Ryan. 7 points for Nick here in the first half. Titans trail by 6. Well, PAC scores. You can check them in that corner of your screen as well. Ball out front for Sanders. He's at baseline left for Grant. Back to Sanders. Got away with a travel there. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It's off Westminster there.
Thiel setting up for a baseline out of bounds. Looks like a box set extended past the 3-point line.
Trying to create some space maybe for somebody in the middle. We'll see if they get it down low to Sanders. Ball tipped away by Stanley. Sanders in the corner. Sanders cross it out opposite. Ermat gonna fire a long bomb and hit it. So a 3 up and in for Kenny Ermat, his second 3 of the year.
Ermat, a transfer from D2 JUCO, Western Oklahoma State, gets the 3 to go for the Tomcats.
Hergenrother trying to get to the basket, whistle on a foul. We're gonna call a Thiel foul. He'll take us to immediate timeout, and we'll take that timeout. It'll be Westminster ball when we come out of the timeout. Westminster Trailing Thiel, Thiel 29, Westminster 18. We're back with more in a moment. You're home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
JoJo.
He was tired. Back here, Westminster College, Buzz Ridl Gymnasium, Mark Slazak along with Jacob Rhodes. Let's go down sidelines. R.J. Scott, what do you have, R.J.?
Coach Richard specifically said we got to pick up our feet on defense, and on top of that, we have to find the pace on offense. Once we get both of those things down, this game will start going in their favor. The Titans, though, have to pick one or the other. Is it going to be good defense or good offense? Because one has to come eventually. Thank
you, R.J. Kirstie O'Harris with 7 leading the way on the Thiel side. Nick Ryan with 7 on the Westminster side. Box set for the Titans on the inbound with Stanley to trigger. Lob out to Bergenrother. That is Stanley right side. Defended well. They tried to open up Stanley for a 3, but defended well there by Ermat. Here's DePietro into the paint, spins, shoots, fades. Couldn't get it to go, but a foul. You look at that game of Trey DePietro. He'll shoot 2 here. He somehow gets deep, and you think in an area where he's not going to be able to get his arms up and a shot up, it just gets that little fade and creates a nice, easy shot.
Yeah, uses all of that frame there. His last full season with the Titans led the team in free throws attempted and made. No stranger to the charity stripe.
Foul shot is up and good for Trey DePietro. Missed last year with an injured knee, 81% from the line this year.
It's always great to have a big, as skilled as DePietro that can hit the free throws when they go to the line.
One more time, line right for Trey DePietro with the Titans trailing 27-19. That second one good as well. Trey gets the pair, leads the team now 8 points for DePietro.
A 1-2-2
press, yep.
3-quarter extended.
Checo across to Henderson. Henderson works it out to Sanders. And back to Henderson. The Titans fall into a man-to-man. Henderson right side. Feeds it to Sanders on the wing. Down low to Ermat. Cut off there. Swing it right side with a baseline drive to the basket. Getting the shot off, I think, in time. No, not in time. Another violation. Grant got the ball to the hoop in time. Didn't hit the rim. And a shot clock violation. The ball back to the Titans. That's the second time they've been able to play that stifling defense.
Weir checks in for Nick Ryan now. Bergenrother, DePietro, Hendershot, Stanley, and Weir for the Titans. Grant, Sanders, Henderson, DeCecco, and Ermat for the Tomcats.
Drew Weir yet to score in this one. All right side, Bergenrother inside for DePietro, double team. Trey fakes, takes, muscled it up, it came out. Rebound to the floor, fight for the basketball. Hendershot dives on it, feeds it to Weir. Weir to the basket, righty scoop, up and good.
The little things for Westminster. Hendershot getting on the floor, getting dirty, gets the offensive rebound.
Under the basket, Henderson to the right side. Yeah, what a great series for the Titans on that one. DeCecco working the wing to Ermat, top of the key. Titans have cut this lead to 5. Ermat left side against Weir. Tough shot, put it up. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. DePietro still fighting. And underneath the basket, Grant gets the loose ball and then gets fouled. Wow, boy, 3 Titans had a chance at that rebound. It ends up in the hands of Grant, and Grant will get to the foul line.
Foul going to be called on DePietro. Must have been on the body. An official's view that we can't see. Looked like Trey got a clean piece of the ball there on that right block, but Grant line left for 2 free throws.
First one is up and no good.
On the season, 2 for 5, make it 2 for 6 for Ryan Grant.
Kirstie O'Harris going to check back into the lineup on the Thiel side. One more foul shot line left. He is rattled home for Ryan Grant. Grant splits the pair. Thiel up 8-6-17 to go there in the first half. DePietro, a couple of dribbles. Hendershot left alone, fires a three. And actually Hergenrother left alone, fires a three and hits it. Mick Hergenrother gets his first three. Fourth of the year, and the Titans cut it to 28-25. Grant will go left side. Curcio Harris into the paint, brings into Weir, fires up with the right-hand shot, no good. Good defense by the Titans. Titans on the run. Hergenrother feeds DePietro into the basket, lays it in.
Good transition work from the Titans there. Mick Hergenrother kicking it into second gear, finding DePietro right in his spot. Had Hendershot in the far wing. DePietro underneath, another two for Westminster.
Titans have cut it down to a 1-point differential after trailing by as many as 8. Here's Sanders. His long jumper is no good. Rebound grab by Hergenrother. Then he gets fouled. Grant not happy, but Grant in the way gets the foul. Team foul number 7 on Thiel, so that's going to walk us to the other end for a one-on-one opportunity for Mick Hergenrother.
Pretty early in the first half to be at the free throw line in the bonus. 5:22 remaining. The Titans can take advantage of the extended fouls of the Tomcats and get some free points on the charity line.
Line right for Hergenrother. Foul shot is off the rim, no good. The front end of the 1-and-1. First foul shot miss of the season for Mick.
Interesting play from the Titans, electing to have nobody on the blocks there.
They felt he was going to make it. Yeah. Left side, penetration, and kept with the fall away shot, no good. Rebound grab by the Titans. Titans doing a good job on the boards. Ball ahead. Hergenrother into the corner for Weir. Weir fires underneath for Hendershot. Back out front. Hergenrother going to pull a three. And it's an air ball. Tries to fight for his own rebound. He might have thrown it off the... No, it's out of bounds. Boy, it looked like for a second he might have thrown it off the leg of DeCecco. Had to go deep into the cheerleaders to get the loose ball, though.
Interesting game plan from Mick early. The shot not been falling in the first 7 games or so. No hesitation there on the top of the key. 4 for 23 on the season from deep for Mick.
The Thiel defense kind of giving him that shot right now, too, to see. He hit one. DeCecco.
Ryan back in now for the Titans, back to that 1-2-2 press.
DeCecco left side. To Curcio Harris. Look at the right side against Hergenrother. Spins, and an offensive foul. I was a little scared there for a second with Mick with a couple of fouls, but a good defensive series, and a Curcio Harris with the offensive foul. We're not going to get foul shots on the offensive foul, but another team foul number 8 on Thiel. They will check Hergenrother out of the game for now and bring Harrell back in. Harrell also, though, with 2 fouls.
Curcio Harris there trying to get against the smaller Hergenrother. Hooked him there a little bit on the spin move. Curcio Harris, listed at 6'3", plays a lot taller than his height.
Good leaper as well. Right side, Ryan moving to his left to run a screen from Weir, going down the lane. Muscles it up with a right-hand shot, doesn't go. Fights for the rebound, ends up on the floor. Curcio Harris on the run out, across the timeline, feeds it to Kemp, layup good. Caden Kemp with 7 off the bench here in the first half.
A lot of transition points for the Tomcats again. I spoke about the miscues in transition on defense. Another one right there.
There's Harrell trying to step through a double team, feeds it out front for Stanley. The lefty fires the 3. It's wide. Back-to-back air balls on 3s for the Titans. Ball saved out to Hendershot. He'll fire 3. Another air ball. And the rebound grabbed in the corner by Kemp.
Someone have a window open?
Wow.
Unlike the Titans there.
No, not especially at home with all good shooters there. That wasn't the guy that you wouldn't think would take it. Well, knocked away, out of bounds. Westminster will take it. And that'll take us to the last media timeout here of this first half and a chance to talk a little Westminster.
Talking about the Celebrity Series, Westminster Celebrity Series welcomes A Merry Rockin' Christmas starring Michael Cavanaugh to the Orr Auditorium stage on Tuesday, December 16th, handpicked by Billy Joel to star in his hit Broadway musical, Movin' Out. Cavanaugh combines modern and classic Christmas songs along with some classic pop and rock songs that will even have Scrooge dancing in the aisles. Get ticket info by calling 724-946-7354.
On the Titan Radio and TV group, who's the biggest Scrooge?
I don't know. I think we're all pretty jolly. I think we're all jolly. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I think we're all jolly here at WCM.
That was good. I try to see if you would throw someone under the bus, and then I would make sure I would repeat it several times and tell them too. But you did a good job. You've shown great maturity and discipline there.
I'm media trained, Mark.
There you go.
I'm PR trained.
I called Gary a Scrooge in the first game, but that's only because we're lifelong friends.
Oh my goodness. Just because he's listening as director, I'll say Jacob Walzer.
Yeah. You can immediately cut everything we're doing here, though, so I think you should probably never take a shot at the director, but I don't know.
He texted me.
You got the text already. 27 points for the Titans, down 3. They've been as close as 1, and they've been down by as many as 8 in this first half. Thiel coming in 4-4, 1-0 in the PAC, a win against Hiram. Titans losing to Allegheny in their only PAC matchup on Wednesday. Here's Anderson on the right wing. To Weir, top of the key, and then to Harrell.
Titans got a really three-point centric lineup out there right now.
Here's Weir going to try a 3 and hit it. Drew Weir nails the 3, his first triple of this game. And Westminster has tied it at 30.
Titans down as much as 9 in this game.
Curcio Harris spinning from the foul line. Jumper will fall. Curcio Harris with a little spinner. Knocks it in for a 2-point Thiel lead. On the left wing, Ryan. To Harrell, top the key. Back to Weir, going to try another triple. This one's off the rim, no good. Rebound to the corner. And DeCecco a little body check into Anderson, so he couldn't get the basketball, but no foul called, and ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Thiel.
A body DeCecco?
Kind of like that. Felt like hockey for a second. Out front with the basketball, that's Lilly. Hit it right side for Henderson with a baseline drive. Cut off, pulls up the jumper, ball's off the side of the bankboard. Loose ball grab by Weir.
Stout defense there from Ryan.
Head in the corner, Hendershot feeds it back to Anderson. And then to Harrell out front. TJ Harrell fakes right, goes left, high off the glass with a left-hand shot, no good, ends up on the floor. Rebound grab by Thiel. Quickly on the run, DeCecco to the foul line, feeds it to Kemp down the lane with the left hand, off the glass, no good, but a whistle and a foul. Coach Richards can't believe it. The foul going to be called on the Titans on Anderson on that drive.
Anderson, one of the Titans, not in foul trouble. Both lead guards for Westminster, 2 fouls in this first half.
Kemp from the line will put the foul shot up and in. Kemp 2 of 2 in the game, came in 4 of 7 on the year from the line. 8 points off the bench for Kemp, came in averaging around 5 a game. He's been a big spark for this Thiel lineup. Not surprising after all the stuff you read about him, though, and what he has done in his past.
Yeah, absolutely. A very skilled player. Averages about 11 minutes per game, shooting 60% from the field as he makes the second one there.
Sort of getting more opportunities with no Mike Brown in the game today. 34-30. Thiel up by 4. To Petro. To Hendershot, and then to Hergenrother. Underneath, to Petro left alone, lays it in. Nice execution by the Titans.
That motion offense, that constant movement and handoff DHOs gets Trey DePietro a free 2.
12 points now for Trey. 2-point Thiel edge.
A little zone action for Westminster here late in the half.
Baseline jumper, Curcio Harris floats it up and in. Soft touch. Kamari. Curcio Harris now in double digits as well with 11. Petro top of the key. And Titans with a weave offense out front. It's Ryan. Baseline drive, fake, reverse layup on the right hand. Can't get it to go. The Petro tip is no good. And Curcio Harris with the basketball across the timeline. Curcio Harris feeds it back out front for Lilly and then to Kemp. Curcio Harris top of the key. Kemp on the left side and back out front. And to Henderson out front with the shot clock at 10. Get it left side for DeCecco. DeCecco feeds it to Curcio Harris. Shot clock at 3. Gonna pull up. Long off balance. Jumper is good. Oh my.
Curcio Harris, a very difficult player to defend and a very difficult player to player comparison for. A guy that I'm sure Tim Loomis is comfortable with him playing the 1 through 4. He's got the hops to jump with some 5s in the PAC, the ball handling, the shot selection, and a great player for the Tomcats.
Take a timeout. Westminster trailing Thiel. Thiel 38, Westminster 32. Back with more in a moment. You're home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Now the 30-second timeout. We get a quick check down with R.J. Scott with 45 seconds to go in this first half. R.J., go ahead.
Coach Richards says we got to pressure them going into half. We got to make sure we don't let them score. Try to get the ball back, get some pace going, like he said beforehand. Also get some of their shot creators and shot makers open, like Drew Weir, Trey DePietro, Mick Hergenroth. Just trying to stretch the floor.
Thank you, RJ. Westminster basketball down 6. Ryan, a little hesitation, and I think we're going to get an illegal screen. Going to be called on Trey DePietro. 17 foul on the Titans, but no foul shots on the offensive foul. Second foul on Trey. Titans had tied this game at 30, but an 8-2 run here for Thiel. They'll run it across the timeline, and Thiel's going to take a timeout. 36 seconds to go. Here in the first half, they'll take a 30-second timeout. So we'll just stay here, talk a little Westminster.
Absolutely. Talking about the Nutcracker tomorrow, Sunday, December 7th, the Newcastle Regional Ballet presents the Nutcracker from 2 to 4 p.m. on stage at 210 West Washington Street in Newcastle, PA. Plan to come and see the Christmas Classic on stage tomorrow, December 7th from 2 to 4 p.m. on stage at 210 West Washington Street in Newcastle.
Always great to see the different dance groups putting on the Nutcracker, and very seasonal. I see that several times in my lifetime, many different versions and many different places.
Absolutely. Titans opting to go zone here against Thiel with the last 2 minutes or so, since about a minute 41. Want to do a 2-3 zone.
We got him to milk a lot of the shot clock the last couple of times too, but Curcio Harris came up with just a big shot.
Titans manning up now.
31 seconds on the clock. Curcio Harris working back and forth against Weir. Will hand off to Henderson. Henderson with a left-hand dribble to the left wing. He works against Ryan. Right side forward to Checo. Shot clock at 8. Back out to Curcio Harris. Works to the foul line. Tries to split a double team. Looked like he walked, and he did. You're either going to get a travel or a foul in there, and it was the travel call. Ball back to the Titans with 10 seconds.
Yeah, with those emergency 911 calls for offense, is often going to Curcio Harris.
Ryan across the timeline with 7. High post to Petro. Back cut for Weir into the basket. Reverse layup up and good. 2 seconds on the clock. And that's going to end it. Well, the first half on the reverse by Drew Weir. Titans will cut it to 4, but Thiel leads at the half. It's the Thiel College Tomcats 38. It's Westminster 34. We'll take a break at the half. Hope to talk to Mark Stanley, a former local coach at Union, at Newcastle, and Mark Stanley also a former Titan as well. So we'll talk to Coach Stanley here coming up at the half. We're at the half. It is 38-34. Let's go down to RJ with Coach Richards. Go ahead, RJ.
I'm here with head coach David Richards and coach down at half. What's the overall message for the team so far and just the overall standpoint you want to get out to?
Yeah, we got to do a better job getting back on defense. They got way too many easy transition points. We need to get back here and make them grind the half court. But offensively, we just need a little more pace. We were a little too slow to start the game offensively, and we just need a little more pace. We're going to do a better job of attacking the paint.
And Kamaria Curcio Harris, well, what would you say to your team to stop him? 13 points so far at half. What would you essentially tell your team, whoever's guarding him, how to stop that?
Yeah, he's a really talented offensive player. He can score in a variety of ways. We're going to do a better job of not allowing him to get down to his right hand. When he gets down to his right hand, he's a really effective player. We're going to do a better job making him go left and take some tough shots.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you.
All right, Dave Richards with RJ Scott. We'll take a break. When we come back, Mark Stanley, former Titan, will be with us. And we'll talk to Mark. We're at the half of the score. It's Thiel 38. It's Westminster 34. We're back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
Back here in Westminster College, Mark Slazak, Jacob Rhodes, R.J. Scott on the broadcast. At the half, it's Thiel 38, Westminster 34. And joined here at the half by a former Titan, a former great coach as well, because now you're retired, so you got to be former in that. But Mark Stanley with me, welcome in.
Thanks for having me, and appreciate the great comment, but I don't think I was that good.
I think you have 300 wins as a coach.
I'm not sure.
You're over 300, so that gets you. If you get 300 of anything, you get to be great at whatever that is. Now, it could be good or bad, but if you get to 300, you're great at whatever that was. I think bowlers, they're going for 300. So, but no doubt, a great coaching career that you've since retired. You did a great job with Union, with Newcastle, and one of the things you got to do along the way was coach your kids, and that had to be pretty cool. What was that like?
A lot of fun, a lot of tension many times, but like I said, never brought it home with us. You know, what happened at the gym stayed at the gym, but they made it easy on me because they were all hard workers and they loved the game. So that made it easier for me because I know how much I loved the game and coaching it. So, we had our battles, but believe me, it went too fast.
I'm glad to hear that, and that's good advice for anybody that's trying to coach their kids, because that's not an easy thing to do, is to not take it home after all that, that you're doing in the gym with them. And your kids were some of the best players to have. So you're in that position where you're trying to teach your kids, you're trying to push your kids to be the best they are, again, and then not take it home. That's hard.
Yeah, but they, like you said, they worked at it. They never missed open gyms. In the summer, they put their time in. But it did cost me a lot of money because usually how I had to ease it was we'd get in the van and I'd say, okay, where are we eating? And I'd have to stop and we'd feed them, and that would calm everybody down. So, but believe me, they always talk about enjoying the journey, and I look back and I wonder, it went so fast. I wonder if I enjoyed it enough.
Well, at least you have the memories, and there's probably some tapes as well to look at and enjoy when you get those opportunities. But when you look at some of the Union record books, that's where you played high school, your name's in the top scorers. Your sons' names are the top scorers. Lucas gets his name amongst the top scorers. Lucas now here playing for Westminster. So that puts you in that greatness category. But when you think about that, what's it like watching Lucas now here on this floor where you played sometime?
It's nerve-wracking. I want to say things and I don't. I promise, him I won't say anything. We get home, we'll talk. But, you're into the game, you're excited, and then he gets in, then you get really nervous. You want him to do well, and you want the team to do well. So it's a different position for me, but one that I'm really enjoying.
Do you sit by yourself? Do you sit with family? How do you make it work so you don't say anything?
Well, I sit in the center, I get there, and my two boys were over there, Matthew and Mark, were sitting with me today, but sometimes they'll sit with their mother in a different section, but they're usually, what's funny is they're more critical than I am, so sometimes I have to tell them, you got to calm down. So it's, like I said, I'm not too bad. I think I'm easy to sit with during these times.
Well, that's good. That's why I figured I'd ask you to come up here, and we could talk a little bit, because I watched you on the sidelines for many years at coaching in Union, and knew you here from time at Westminster as well. When you were at Westminster, and I found this the other day, this is going to bring at you. The kids were just on that shot.
Yeah.
That TV shot we just had were Mark's sons. But
yeah.
I found this, and you can give me the camera shot of this, Jacob, of what I have in my hands right now. This is a score sheet. I'm going to show it to the camera there. So there's a score sheet. This is a game that you got to play in back in 1985. There, it was at 85 or 83. I can't see that one already. But look at this, 85. You played against Navy.
Oh, yeah.
And David Robinson,
Yes.
the Hall of Famer.
Yes.
I remember I got a chance to go to Navy with you guys that day, broadcast that game.
Yes.
But how often do you get a chance to get to the Naval Academy, play a basketball game, and against the best ever Navy player and their best ever season? They went 30-5 that year, went to the Elite Eight. What was that like?
Oh, it was unbelievable. And at the time, you knew you knew he was good, but you didn't know how good. And then Navy went all that way that year. He was just incredible. Didn't say much, just played hard. And, he was, when they'd get rebounds, I think he had like 20 block shots. But where he was pinning the ball on the glass, most of us couldn't even touch where he was. But, believe me, it was a great experience and something I always tell people. I played against David Robinson. And that same year we played Pitt, who was also, Charles Smith and Jerome Lane, and so we had quite a schedule, but that was a unbelievable experience. And believe me, I always tell people I held them to 22 points, 15 rebounds.
24 points in the game.
Yeah.
You scored 4, so he's plus 20 on you, but if you held him, that's good. I just remember when you had a chance to go to the game, and it felt like block after block after block, especially early in that game. And then he got some shots up and made some things. But it was an 84-54 Navy win over Westminster. But part of history, when you say you could play against a Hall of Famer and against Navy and against the best player in their history.
Oh, they had no question. But I think it was close. Coming down, it was under 10 minutes. We were within 8, and he was on the bench. They brought him back in. It went to 25 in a blink of an eye. So
there were some moments of goodness in there, but not that. And it's just a full circle story for me. My son ended up going to the Naval Academy.
Oh,
so I got to get back.
Yeah.
How about that?
How
so
great
it was neat to have that whole story. And people weren't believing me this story. I'm like, I have a box score now that I found. So thank good to AI, I was able to dig this up. And
that is
this
amazing.
Is proof. It's not proof that I was there, but I was there, and that was a great moment.
And what a place. It was amazing how we ate there with the teams and the cadets and them running everywhere. I was thinking, we couldn't go here. I mean, they went. I said, you can see that, this is the top of the line. So.
Yeah, the midshipmen, don't call them cadets. That's
I'm sorry.
Army. It's the midshipmen.
I apologize.
We got Army Navy game coming up too, so we got to keep on pick your sides, but it's the midshipmen on that side too. But great. Mark, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Just nice to catch up, bring back the old memories. Your time as the Titans and your time as a coach, we appreciate you.
I appreciate that. I've always loved this place. I made the move to Geneva for some educational purposes.
See, we weren't going to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. This has always been. I always said when I left it was tough, but it wasn't because of anything against Westminster. Because, like I said, believe me, I love this place, and I'm glad my boys, Matthew's here also. So.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't have been here if you didn't love it. So we understand it. We forgive you for the move to Geneva. You had a good career there too as well, but that was going to be a secret, but you blew it, Eddie. If people research, they'll find that one to realize it. How come it doesn't say Titan graduate anywhere?
Right.
We were wondering, what do we put under your name when we see it with Mark Stanley? Just a guy, that's what it is. But thank you so much for being with us, and we appreciate your time, and enjoy watching the second half. Hopefully Lucas can knock a couple down and make you feel good.
Let's hope so. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Mark Stanley, former Titan, former coach in the area as well. We are at the half. Westminster trailing Thiel by a score of 38-34. Stay with us. More coming up on your home of the Titans, WCN.
Ready to reimagine TV and radio. Today, broadcasting isn't static. It's everywhere you are. On air, on your phone, and streaming channels. From covering live events to crafting viral stories. With a career in broadcasting, you'll shape how communities connect. Whether on camera or behind the scenes, you can create, innovate, and make a difference. See how the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters can help you find your path at pab.org/jobs.
Mark Slazak back here. Jacob Rhodes joins me again. Thank you, Mark Stanley at the half. Nice to go down memory lane there with Mark and talk about that historic game where Navy got a chance to play, or Westminster got a chance to play at Navy. So fun stuff that we get in those opportunities. And we're not going to Navy this year, but it's great to be able to go places in the broadcast world sometimes, and broadcasting the college. It's been fun. So as we've talked with Mark, you had a chance to look at the stats a little bit. What'd you find?
Absolutely. Looking at the stats, it's really been the hustle, as Coach David Richards talked about in that halftime interview with RJ. Looking at the turnovers, Thiel, 7 turnovers. Westminster been really good with the ball, only 3 turnovers. Rebounding-wise, it's pretty even, 17 to Thiel for 13. Westminster with 13. Looking at the overall three-point shooting, Thiel 3 of 4, and Westminster 4 of 13 from deep. That same thing from the Allegheny game, kind of leaking over here on Ron Galbraith court, the lack of deep range shooting.
Kamaria Curcio-Harris leading the way for Thiel with 13 points, 9 from Caden Kemp off the bench. Westminster led in the first half by Trey DePietro with 12, 7 each from Drew Weir and Nick Ryan. 17 rebounds for Thiel, 13 for Westminster in that first half. Thiel turned it over 7 times. Westminster just 3 first half turnovers. 3 assists for DJ Harrell on the Westminster side as well.
Looking at some more stats for the team. Like I said, both teams been really good holding on to the ball. Only 1 steal in the entire game and 1 block. Westminster shooting about 42% from the field. Thiel 60% and 75% from 3. The real discrepancy in the shooting percentages.
Take a quick break and be back with the second half of action. We return at the half. Thiel 38, Westminster 34, and you're home of the Titans, WCN.
Dear housemates, due to the environmental impact of food waste, I'm eating all your leftovers. You're welcome.
Ooh, what's this about?
I'm just doing my part for the environment. Is that Mima's punch bowl?
We use way too much plastic. Think of the planet.
Who is the best princess?
The environment is the best excuse. Find an out and opt in at theenvironmentexcuse.org.
Back here at Westminster College, Mark Slazak, Jacob Rhodes, RJ Scott with you on this one. Just a couple of other numbers to throw at you. Westminster, 7 points off of turnovers. In the paint, pretty even. Westminster 18 points in the paint, 16 for Thiel. And the bench for Thiel, that's where maybe the biggest discrepancy comes in the scoring.
Absolutely.
18 to 7, but a lot of that comes back down to Caden Kemp, 9 off the bench.
Yeah, he's already at his season average for minutes played per game. And definitely Coach Tim Loomis going to keep him in the game. A spark plug off the bench with 9 in that first half. Mike Brown, nowhere to be found.
No Mike Brown for Thiel today. Came in averaging 11 points a game with 11 threes. He has not played. I'm not sure if he is even here.
Yeah, not seeing him on the bench. Not sure if he traveled with the team today or not, but definitely something we'll keep an eye on.
Titans in the first half shot 13 of 31 from the field for 42%, 4 of 13 from threes. That's 30%. Thiel, 15 of 25 from the field, 60%. They made 3 of their 4 3-pointers for 75%. Let's go down to RJ for some thoughts before we start the second half. RJ.
Real quick, Coach Richards really emphasized the emphasis of pace, really needing to get the ball around, getting to the playmakers, the shot creators, just moving the ball to get a defined pace to start the second half. And once they can do so, the favor could go their way.
Thank you, RJ. 4-point lead for Thiel as we start the second half. Titans did tie it at 30-30, but Thiel the run to start the second half.
Starters out there for both teams.
Bergenrother to DePietro. Weir, Hendershot, and Harrell. The other Titans. Here's Hendershot from 3. It's off the rim, no good, and the rebound grab by Henderson.
Anthony Henderson, Kamaria Curcio-Harris, Daz Sanders, Adrian Lamo, and John Pacheco out there for the Tomcats.
Inside for Sanders. Working into the paint with the left-hand dribble. Check it back out front to Henderson. Henderson, top of the key. Working with the right hand. Harrell tried to tie him up. Henderson flips it up off the glass with a left-hand shot. No good, but got his own rebound at Sanders. And Curcio-Harris keeps it alive for Thiel. Boy, great defensive set, but didn't get the rebound there for the Titans.
Yeah, Sanders and DePietro, or Weir rather, listed at the same height, but Sanders really built.
Baseline jumper for Lamo, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Titans. Across the timeline, Harrell, top of the key. Right side for DePietro, tried to feed it down low for Hendershot, and the ball kicked. Maybe a baseline inbound for Westminster.
Titans going to that box set. DePietro and Harrell down low with Weir at the left elbow and Hendershot at the right.
Trey DePietro with 10 points in the game. Will take the inbound and lay it in. Nice execution off the inbound play, and Trey DePietro with the first 2 for the Titans in the second half.
Interesting to use the point guard Harrell as the seal screener on that inbound.
You get a mismatch sometimes size-wise with that. Here's Lamo going to fire a 3. A shot no good. And Drew Weir high for the rebound. Titans with a chance to tie or take a lead. Harrell working right side, hesitates, gets to the basket, put up with the right hand in traffic and gets it to go. Wanted a foul call as well, but he'll take the basket. And we've tied this game at 38.
Harrell, not the biggest guy on the court, listed at 6 foot, going up against the trees in the paint there. Sanders can't get a piece of it.
Curcio Harris, and a spin to the paint, beats a double team, kicks it back out to Sanders. Sanders going to fire a long jumper from the top of the foul line and hit it. As Sanders, 6 points in the game, 2.2 lead.
18-footer there from the sophomore. Little out of his range, but gets to go nonetheless. Proved me wrong.
We're between the circles, feeds it to DePietro. He's going to try a 3 from up top. It's off the front rim, no good. Rebound banged around, grabbed by Weir, left alone, feeds it right side. Hergenrother to the baseline, back out front. Hendershot, open 3 in the air, rattles out, no good. And DeCecco with the rebound.
Good looks from the Titans from deep, just still can't get those open looks to fall. 4 for 15 now in the game.
Right side to Henderson out front of Curcio Harris, and he'll nail it. He is not shy. That's his second 3. Curcio Harris leading Thiel with a 5.2 lead.
Seems to play up against the Titans. I talked about that career high rebounds earlier.
Underneath for Weir, and he'll force up the jumper and get it to go. Bustling to Curcio Harris.
We're now up to 9 points on the game.
6-point or 3-point edge for Thiel. Back cut to DeCecco to the basket with a left hand. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Ball to the floor and grabbed out of there by Weir. It's the assist in there on the rebound from Hendershot. Here's Hendershot, left side, corner for Harrell. He's going to try a 3. Rattles out, no good. And DeCecco with the rebound.
Talk about the hometown bounce. I mean, that thing was all but in there on the corner 3 from Harrell. Titans got a 5-on-4 and had a good look from the corner.
You can use a couple of hometown bounces right now. Here's Sanders. He's going to step back and launch a 3. It's off the rim, no good. And nice block out by Hendershot. He'll get the rebound, and Curcio Harris is going to go over his back and commit the foul.
Coach Tim Loomis looking at Sanders, little hands up, like what's the shot for that early in the shot clock? It's on the season.
No 3 is made.
Prior to, no attempted. None attempted for Sanders prior to this game. He shot 2.
He was feeling it after he hit that 18-footer maybe.
Got Coach Loomis off the stool.
Left side Hendershot underneath. Go to Weir. Weir, little fade away, and Curcio Harris got a piece of that, and the shot blocked. Rebound grab by Lamo. Lamo top of the key. Feeds it left side for Sanders. Will not shoot that one. For Henderson to the foul line, back to Sanders. Sanders getting into the paint, scoops with the right hand off the glass, no good, and Weir with a rebound. Titans down 3. Harrell right side to the foul line. DJ Harrell spinning, duck under with the left hand shot, no good. DePietro taps it up and in. Offensive board in the bucket for Trey DePietro.
Right place, right time, and the touch for DePietro doesn't slam it off the glass. Gets the 2 to go for Westminster. 43-42, Titans trail by 1.
Top of the key of Curcio Harris, there's a steal. Cross court. Hergenrother, reverse with the right hand, can't get it to go. Maybe some contact. The layup missed. The ball back the other way for Thiel. Henderson into the paint. Fakes right, goes left out front of Curcio Harris. Fires a 3. It's off the front rim, no good. Harrell with the rebound. Titans down 1. Cross court pass stolen away. Curcio Harris to the baseline. Back out to Lamo. Fires a 3 off the rim, off the top of the backboard. And the rebound grab by Harrell.
Slowing it down now, the Titans are. A little cross court bomb there from Harrell gets stolen away, and Thiel nearly capitalizes.
Titans now with a chance to take a lead down 1. Left side for Harrell. Well, comes around a screen, step back, fire three, and got it. Westminster is on top in this one as the Titans take a 45-43 lead.
Big shot there for not just Harrell there, but for the entire team to get that three going.
Right side to Checo. Baseline drive, being worked by Hendershot. Ball knocked around into the corner. Lama with a rebound, put back, no good. Got it back again. Fight for the rebound and going to get a reach-in foul on Hendershot. We'll have you trace back to Wednesday when you called the game against Allegheny, and we saw a very similar kind of comeback for Westminster after being down, working their way back, getting a lead, and then it disappeared quickly.
It was a lot of runs in that game in Meadville at the David V. Wise Center, Allegheny and Westminster. The Titans were down as much 33-21, then went on a 17-4 run to tie it up at 38 apiece, or a 17-5 run rather, at 38 apiece. Then Jason Perry goes off for an 8-point scoring run on his own, and just like that, the Titans are down by 8, but Westminster right now up by 2.
I want to remind you that you can always download the free Titan Radio mobile app and listen anywhere to take your mobile phone or tablet. Loaded with the new features, that mobile app just works. No account, no login hassles. Just search for Titan Radio on the Apple or Android App Store and download it for free. Open the app, it's easy. And if you're not an app fan, you can always check it out online as well as TitanRadioLive.com. Who is not an app fan? That is a
absolutely
good question of that, aren't we all?
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm tight. You get the Titan Radio app, you would be a fan.
Got some score updates there. Allegheny over Geneva, 41-38 at half there. Got 3 other games going on in the PAC, including Grove City and Hiram in a tight one there. And then last but not least, Franciscan. W&J keeping it close with Franciscan, who's atop the PAC early, but have a wonderful star player in Sawyer Butler, averaging about 25.5 points in this season.
He gets better every year, does Butler. Curcio Harris with 16, Trey DePietro with 16. RJ Scott has a word. Go ahead, RJ.
Head coach Tim Loomis was specifically being stern about his approach to this. We have to get back on defense. We got to stop the jogging on both ends, offense and defense. We expect nothing but hustle from the Tomcats.
Thank you very much, RJ. Coach Loomis in year 20 at Thiel. Be a baseline inbound for Thiel in that high box set.
It's not a look you see from many teams. The extended box, kind of usually a box used to get mismatches down low.
Checo trying to inbound. We'll throw it to Curcio Harris near the midcourt stripe. Ball for a moment knocked away by Weir, but Curcio Harris gets it back. Working left side into the paint. Tough shot. Back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Pulled it up by Lamos. Puts up a wild shot. It's no good. And Carter Anderson with the Titan rebound.
Anderson comes down with it. The Seton Hill transfer.
14-13, the Thiel rebound edge right now. All out front, Harrell. Working right side for a jumper, and it's up and good, but being physical with DJ Harrell. And able to knock down the jumper, 47-43 Titan lead.
Harrell gives the sideline a little bit of a shoulder shrug there, saying a little too big. Got the mid-range jumper to go, 47-43.
All out front, knocked away for a moment. Recovered by Kemp out front. He was a big spark in that first half off the bench. Kemp splits a double team. Shot no good, and Harrell with another rebound. And what we're seeing right now is the Titan guards getting to the boards. Anderson, corner for Skevos. Koros in for the first time, and Koros going to get fouled. I don't know if he'll get a shot attempt or not, as he got, not a Koros, but Ryan, I should say. I got fooled by the beard for a second.
Absolutely. Similar players, both play style, both really physical, controlled chaos, I like to say. Ryan a little more adept with the deep shooting.
And Ryan will get 2 foul shot attempts. He never got a shot off, but he tried. But he got nailed there by the 3rd foul by Curcio Harris.
Having a good game off the bench, Ryan. Just a little over 12 minutes of action. 7 points. So far, make it 8.
The foul shot up and good for Ryan. As you mentioned, 8 in the game. Had 13 against Penn State Shenango earlier this year. Looking to Dave Richards, and maybe we see a press after this foul shot. We'll take a look. Titans up by 5, their biggest lead. Actually ties the biggest lead.
Smaller lineup in here for Westminster, taking advantage of Sanders being on the bench. The 5-man going to be Kemp.
Ryan gets them both. Titans now with their biggest lead of 6. There's Kemp. Top of the key, working against Anderson. Left side to Checo, who works against Stanley. Checo to the foul line. Checo scoops with the right hand wide left, and an offensive foul. Going to be called against, I think, Checo. Actually going to be on the rebound against Kemp, trying to crash in, so Kemp picks up the foul. Team foul number 3, that's the 3rd foul now on Kemp.
Checo also another career high rebounder against Westminster, 10 of them in the matchup last season, but not really in his bag there. The driving, 82% of his shot attempts are jumpers.
Yeah. He's their best outside shooter, but certainly recognized by the Titans. Harrell left side for Stanley. The lefty fires from 3, shots off the rim, no good, and Kemp for the rebound. Kemp with the lead pass ahead to Henderson, left side. Henderson into the paint, pops the off-balance jumper and hits it. Nice play by Anthony Henderson to get his first 2.
Not an easy shot there, using the bump and then kind of shooting it on the way down. 11-point score, gets 2 to go there for Thiel.
His first 2. Ryan left side, Titans up by 4. To Stanley and then to Anderson out front. Harrell takes the pick from Anderson to the top of the key. Harrell working into the paint, bangs into Kemp. Kemp's going to get foul number 4. And Harrell's going to get 2 shots.
He's been the microwave off the bench, as you see coming into the game now for Thiel. Going to be Kenny Ermat in relief of Kemp, I assume.
But the 4th foul on Kemp, the 4th team foul. And foul shots for Harrell line left, and the first one rattles out, no good. Nine points in the first half for Kemp. Off the bench, he'll come out. Ermat will check back in. 49-45. Westminster Edge, second shot by Harrell, also no good.
Had a sequence at Allegheny. He missed 2 free throws and a pair or 2 late in the game there. Just not like Harrell.
And there's a takeaway by Weir. Yeah, it came in shooting right around 80%. Titans get it back, though. Here's Harrell out front. Harrell, foul line extended. Back cut for Ryan. The ball through his hands, though. Ricochets off his chin. Gets the ball into the corner, though. Ryan to the baseline. Fires out front for Anderson. Open 3. Rattles out. Rebound grabbed by Ermat. Ermat left side into the corner to Checo with a 3. Looks like Anderson got a piece of that on the block, and the Titans with a rebound. Coach Dave Richards waving his arms, telling him, hurry up, guys, let's go. Here's Harrell out front for Stanley. And then to Weir. Weir fakes left, goes right, scoop with the right hand off the glass, and good. I think they're going to call it goaltending as well. Count the basket for Drew Weir.
Curcio Harris down after the play on the right block.
And they were meeting high. And the Curcio Harris comes up a little bit of a limp, but limping in to the huddle. Looks like he's okay. With the timeout, we're going to take a quick break here on the media timeout. 51-45, Westminster leads Thiel on your home of the Titans, WCN.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Back into this game, Westminster, a 51-45 lead. Westminster is led by as many as 6 in the second half. Had a 5-point lead real early in the game. Had to fight their way back. Down 4 at the half, and now sitting up 6 here with 11:27 to go. Let's go down to RJ Scott. RJ.
Coach Richards once again emphasizing the pace and the ball movement. As long as they can keep the ball moving and keep the Tomcats on their toes, it will go their way. Also, like I said, trying to get to those shot creators and shot makers as well.
51-45.
Looking at the bench now, I see Mike Brown in a kind of a warm-up jacket. Just noticed him for the first time.
All right. Not playing today, though. Lob inside of Curcio. Harris ball knocked away. It looked like Mick Hergenrother might have had a knockaway, but it's going to be a foul. So Mick Hergenrother going to pick up foul number 3. Team foul number 2. Might have stowed a finger there as well.
Yeah, looking for another steal. Would have been his 15th of the season, I believe.
Still shaking out that right hand is Mick.
16th of the season.
There's a lob out front for Curcio Harris, who looks fine after that little tumble before the timeout. And what do we got? Shot clock still running. Game clock still running for a moment. What was the call?
Not quite sure. Back to action.
Logan Lentz back in the game. He's wearing number 6 and gold number on the back of the blue jersey.
Flat set here.
Coach Loomis wants to know what's going on as well.
Flat set, top of the key for Thiel now.
Lentz to inbound. Fire it, and DeCecco has the ball knocked away. Thought maybe he knocked it off the leg of DeCecco, but does not get that call.
Titans making Thiel work for it.
And another timeout. Are we working on the shot clock here? No, we might be. Let's see where we are.
I think they need to take a second off the game clock, too. Yeah.
All right, so 11:08 on the game clock. Shot clock at 18. Sideline inbound for Thiel. Vermaat takes the ball on the right wing, working against DePietro. Cut off the foul line and then back out front. Henderson, top of the key, right side for Lentz. Lentz going to pull a tough jumper. It's wide right, and it's out of bounds. Westminster ball.
Yeah, it looked like he almost didn't want to shoot that one. If it kind of flipped up into his hands, got poked by a defender, but awkward shot there from Lentz leads to turnover.
Somebody might have yelled shot clock just to maybe to take a look at it, and maybe he rushed it thinking it was much lower than it was. It still had about 8 on the clock. Out front, there's Mick Hergenrother going to fire a 3 off the rim, no good, and the rebound underneath, grabbed by Vermaat, and then the ball knocked away by Anderson and out of bounds.
Love the hustle from Mick there, following his shot, pressuring Vermaat on the rebound there. 51-45. The score here, Thiel trailing by 6. Mark Slazak and Jacob Rhodes inside Buzz Ridl Gymnasium on Ron Galbraith Court. A little over 10 minutes remain in the second half.
There's a knockaway. Mick Hergenrother gets the steal, feeds DePietro top of the key. Trey right side. Hendershot moves to his left, fakes a 3, feeds it back into DePietro, muscles it up with a double team, and bangs it off the glass and good, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Trey DePietro having himself a game. Gonna be his 18 points there on the night. Looking for his 19th here at the line.
Trey DePietro, the senior, foul shot up and good. 3 of 3 from the line, 19 in the game for Trey DePietro, and Thiel wants a timeout. Titans up 54-45, and it's time now to see what Jacob Rhodes can do.
Alrighty.
With Dar Huey, Titan Trivia.
I have no hand in this one. I did not touch the graphics machine. I didn't touch the question, didn't see the answer, nothing.
Well, I like this then. Dar Huey Titan Trivia. Which Titan Hall of Fame basketball player's career statistics place him in the top 5 all-time in scoring and in rebounding? I got a good guess on this one myself. Craig Hannon, assistant coach now. Ron Galbraith, Mike Dowds, Tim Glass.
Well, I know it's not Craig Hannon. I figured an answer for this question would be Henry Kleiner. That's a good answer, but I'm gonna.
Henry's not on.
I know. I don't
Henry.
think it's Galbraith or Glass. I'm going Mike Dowds. I'm going to go see.
I like the Mike Dowds guess as well, as he was a heck of a rebounder. And we're right. We got the bell. It didn't change my. There it is. Changed my graphic.
There we
got the bell last time too when we missed it, but we got the bell. It was legit that time.
Absolutely.
And Mike Dowds, who was a heck of a player, rebounder and scorer for the Titans. The other 3 guys on there, all amazing scorers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just didn't think they had the size. I knew the other guys were kind of smaller players.
Well, good job. Over 1,000 points, over 800 rebounds for Mike Dowds.
Yeah.
In
Great
his
player.
career. That is not Mike Dowds with the cowboy hat, but
Zach Reed.
He is enjoying the country music that's playing here during the break.
Absolutely. Some lacrosse players there, some of the softball team up in the top right of the stands here supporting the Westminster basketball program.
Good shot by Braylon Juzak. Now Braylon, put that camera in front of R.J. Scott. Let's go, R.J.
Coach Loomis did not mince any words. He said the team has to pick it up, play for something, and stop being soft. They're letting offenders run right through them, and the defense is nowhere to be found. Old school approach from the coach, and he hopes that turns a tide for the Tomcats.
Thank you, R.J. Oh, the back court nearly knocked away by Hergenrother, but DeCecco able to get the save. Across the timeline is Henderson. Right side for Lentz. Lentz looking for help as the Titans go into a 3-2 zone. High post, Curcio Harris. Left side for Henderson. 3 in the air. Back rim, no good. Ryan High for the rebound.
Yeah, not really his range. Henderson there looking to get something going for the Tomcats.
Here's Carter Anderson for 3. It's off the rim and then over the top of the bankboard. Boy, had a great look at Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson coming in here, a really prolific shooter. Hasn't been able to get the 3-ball going so far this season. Coming into this game, only 25%, 0 for 2 today. Definitely a guy who can hit a few off the bench in a hurry.
Somebody got it. Just get hot, you know?
A lot of microwave guys on the Titans team off the bench.
Back into the zone again go the Titans. Inside for Lentz. Titans up by 9, their biggest lead of the game. In the corner, Curcio Harris, double team there. Cross it to Sanders on the block, steps through, put it up with the right-hand shot, no good, fight for the rebound. Grabbed underneath by Lentz, put it up, no good. Titans on the run. Anderson right side, will feed it. It's Ryan, 3-ball, got it! Nick Ryan gets his second triple of the afternoon, and the biggest lead for the Titans, 57-45.
Freshman from Warren, JFK into double figures now, 12 points on the day for Ryan.
8 threes now on the year for Nick. Baseline, Curcio Harris. Underneath, Sanders left alone, he lays it in.
Great job from Curcio Harris, using the eyes to look off the defender, finds Sanders wide open on the left block. And he leads the team in assists for a reason.
One of the very few mistakes of the second half defensively for the Titans. They have been locked on solid. Inside, the shot by DePietro, blocked by Lentz. Logan Lentz at 6 foot, able to block the DePietro shot. 10-point differential. Titans on top, 8:27 to go. And a cross-court pass stolen away. Titans on the run. It's Hergenrother, flips it back to DePietro, bangs into a double team, goes off the glass and good, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Every game, Trey DePietro looking more and more like that guy who played a few seasons ago before that knee injury. He's looking even better, so to say, Mark. I mean, DePietro to start this season, he's over 20 points now. Back to the free throw line again. We're into the game now for Anderson.
DePietro had 10 against Juniata. And he had 10 points against Albion, 11 against Muskegum, and 12 against Allegheny. This is his season high.
By far as he hits the free throw.
Knocks down the free throw, a 3-point play. And I'm thinking, why give it to him in traffic? And he finishes. Great play. Good decision by Hergenrother. He gave it to the right guy. Titans up by 13. Here's Lentz. Working top of the key of Curcio Harris, right side for DeCecco. DeCecco with a baseline drive, in trouble, ball knocked away, but right into the hands of Sanders, who lays it in.
A good battle down low today. DePietro and Sanders going back and forth.
Long pass ahead to Ryan, lays it in. How about that touchdown pass?
There we go. 3-2-1, some would say.
62-49, Westminster leads. Curcio Harris trying to answer, right side, blocked by DePietro. Sanders with another rebound. And 2 times in a row, right place, right time for Sanders.
See why 44% of his career rebounds are offensive. Right place, right time for the putbacks.
8 for Sanders in the second half, 12 in the game. Titans lead by 11.
That exact skill got Dennis Rodman a lot of money in the 90s.
Out front, Weir to Stanley, top of the key to DePietro's gonna flow to 3. Got it! Trey DePietro nails his second 3 of the year, and the big guy's feeling it at home today.
Having a day nearing that career high. Now at 25 points on the day, 29 is career high.
Right side, Lentz. Top of the key to Sanders. Sanders to DeCecco in the paint, spins and a foul. A Titan foul. That's going to take us, I believe, to a media timeout. Media timeout of the action. Talk about Westminster.
Just had Thanksgiving, Christmas in the coming days, or weeks, so to say. This Christmas, no family should go hungry. The Mercer County Food Bank needs your help right now to make that happen. Every dollar you give puts food on the table for a neighbor in need. Don't wait. Go to mercercountyfoodbank.org or call 724-981-0353 and make your donation today. Help fill the shelves for our neighbors in need, many of them children, right now. Nobody should go hungry. Visit mercercountyfoodbank.org or call 724-981-0353 and help stamp out hunger today. Really good thing you and Derek McClafferty did the Ready, Set, Go Orange event earlier in the semester in September to provide awareness. And people often have this misconception that you only need to donate during the holidays. But people in hunger and food insecurity all the time, 365 days of the year, and you can donate any amount of money, whether it's 1 cent or $1 million. Anything's appreciated.
That'd be awesome. I wish I had $1 million to donate. I really would. 16 for Curcio Harris, 12 for Sanders, 9 for Kemp. On the Thiel side, 25 for DePietro, 11 for Weir. Trey, you said just moments ago, career high 29. Did come in a game against Thiel, in a game when he went 17 of 20 from the foul line. This time he's doing it from the field.
And from 3.
And hit that 3 as well. And I heard you talking on the broadcast on Wednesday about, Trey taking a few more threes. And
he's already passed his career season high mark.
Yeah, as far as attempts and whatnot. And it's just been something he's done well in practice. Coach Richards runs the huddle camera for every practice. And then they go back in any live session, they go back and they chart. And they say who's making shots and who's not. And he said early in the season, Trey was doing extremely well at shooting the threes. You see DeCecco hit the first foul shot. So gets a little bit more of a green light because he's getting it done in practice.
And that completely just changes the entire complexity and rotation of Westminster. If you've got 5 guys out there, Trey, who has that 6'7" frame and can really stripe it from behind the arc rather, it just adds a completely different aspect to his game. It's already dangerous when he was just a paint player.
DeCecco gets both of the foul shots. It's a 12-point Titan lead, 6:51 to go. Harrell double teamed to DePietro, tried to fire it underneath for Weir and threw it away. Out front, Lenz to the basket, blocked by DePietro as he pins it on the glass. Rebound at the corner though, grabbed by Curcio Harris. He's going to do it on the offensive end, might as well do it on the defensive end as well.
That knee looks pretty all right to me.
Right side to DeCecco, feeds inside to Harris. Foul going to be called, I think, on Stanley on the floor. Second foul on Lucas Stanley. Team foul number 4 on Westminster. Baseline inbound for DeCecco. Again, that high box set for Thiel. I'll lob it to Curcio Harris, who works against Weir. DeCecco going to catch and shoot top of the key and hits it. Well, wow. Not really had many opportunities, did DeCecco, and took a really tough shot there and nailed it.
Yeah, the lefty coming off the curl kind of gets around the free throw line and lets that one go, and good for the 18-footer.
Harrell, double team, feeds it off to DePietro up top, then to Stanley. Stanley off the screen. And they try to get it to Ryan. The ball poked out of bounds by Logan Lentz. Titans will keep it right in front of the Titan bench. Logan Lentz playing for Thiel, also played for Greenville High School, so didn't have to leave town. Outside Harrell, heart of the basket, little fade and blocked in there. Henderson got a piece of it, and Thiel on the run.
Titans having a great second half, outscoring the Tomcats 31-13.
Here's Sanders, heart of the basket, bangs through. I think it's gonna be a foul on the tight board. If anybody would have had a chance to just maybe fall down there, might have got a charge call because Sanders was going wild with the basket. Went for the block instead, and DePietro is gonna pick up the foul.
His third late in this action here. Not sure it's gonna affect Trey, but Nick Hergenrother to the scorer's table.
So line right for Sanders, his first trip to the line. 3 of 4 from the line on the season.
For a dominant paint big, it's interesting to see a guy like Sanders have that little of free throw attempts.
Kind of wiry. It's those offensive boards.
Yeah.
He's certainly mixing up around the basket.
Absolutely. You'd think through 8 games a guy like that would have more than 5, and now his 6th attempt here.
And one more try. Line right for Sanders. This one's good. 65-56. Edge for Westminster. 5:41 to go. DePietro to Ryan on the wing. Underneath for Weir. Weir banging in against DeCecco. Turns baseline, muscles it up. Shot no good, but DeCecco going to get the foul. And Drew Weir is going to get to shoot 2.
Weir showing the physicality, a perimeter-centric player at heart. That 6'6" frame going to work on DeCecco, moving him out of the way and getting the foul.
DeCecco at 6'6" as well, but
different 6'6".
Drew Weir a little bit stronger. DeCecco a little bit skinny. Foul shot up and good. Nine points now for Drew Weir. I mean, an average of 14 points a game. Second shot is up off the back rim, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Lentz. Thiel basketball, 5:28 to go. Baseline pull up. Henderson shot off the rim, no good. Hergenrother with the rebound. Make it across the timeline. Flips it to a wide open Weir, chucks a three, it's off the rim, no, and the rebound grab by Lentz.
Hot start from deep from Weir in the season. Last 2 games has not been able to dial in that 3-ball.
Checo to the baseline. Feeds it to Sanders. And to Curcio Harris. Curcio Harris to the foul line. Little fader is up. Back rim. No. Fight for the rebound. Grab by Lentz. Dumps it to Sanders. Sanders fouled inside.
About to match his season attempt from the free throw line here. Another foul. That one on Weir sends Sanders to the free throw line. 66-56. Tomcats not going away.
Now they're hanging in there. Titans had a chance. A couple times had a chance to kind of nail a couple big threes, maybe to pull away. Maybe a chance to get a couple of defensive boards, but Sanders with a big rebound there. And now a couple of big foul shots as far as Thiel is concerned. The first one is up and good. 2 of 3 from the line for Sanders. We'll get one more line right. The Titan lead is now down to 9.
Looks like this is going to be the closing lineup for the Titans. Last 5 minutes, Hergenrother, Harrell, Ryan, Weir, and DePietro.
There's Harrell. Left side for Weir. 66-58, the Westminster lead. Hergenrother thought about a 3, thought about not, then took it and missed it. Rebound Thiel. Left side with the basketball is Henderson. Working against Harrell to Sanders. Over to Lentz. Lentz moves left, fires a 3. Got it. Big triple by Logan Lentz, his 4th of the year. 66-61 Westminster, and Coach Richards wants a timeout.
6-point swing right there. Hergenrother can't get the 3 to go. Lentz gets Hergenrother off him, hits the 3. Now Thiel right there, 66-61, still hanging around.
Take a break. 4:19 to go on this one. 66-61. Westminster by 5 on your home of the Titans, WCN.
Are you ready to reimagine TV and radio? Today, broadcasting isn't static. It's everywhere you are. On air, on your phone, and streaming channels. From covering live events to crafting viral stories. With a career in broadcasting, you'll shape how communities connect. Whether on camera or behind the scenes, you can create, innovate, and make a difference. See how the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters can help you find your path at pab.org/jobs.
Look at Tim Loomis on the sideline here for Thiel Tomcats. Westminster, the 66-61 lead. Let's go down to R.J. Scott, a view from the bench.
Previously, before the other break, so 2 timeouts ago, I'd say. Coach Richards emphasized stops. We got to get stops to close this game out. Obviously, we're scoring, but the defense has to be on par, just like the offense. Now, as we see, 66-61 right now. Thiel Tomcats fighting their way back. They're trying to force the ball inside now, getting inside, playing that gritty, tough version of basketball, trying to wear the Titans out.
Thank you, RJ. And Braylon on the camera. It'll be a sideline inbound for Westminster on the Titan timeout. 17 fouls on Thiel, 6 on Westminster. 66-61 our score. Westminster with the ball and the lead. DePietro top of the key. Feeds it left side for Hergenrother. Out front for Ryan. Ryan between the circles. To Hergenrother, inside for DePietro. Trey to the basket with a right hand off the glass, no good. And the rebound grab by DeCecco. Under 4 minutes to go. Sanders in the paint, double teamed out to Henderson. Henderson, 15-footer, up, good. On fire right now are the Tomcats at 66-63.
Thiel on at least a 7-0 run. It was 66-56.
Out front, DePietro to Harrell, and then to Weir. And Ryan's gonna fire a 3. It's off the back rim, no good. Quick trigger there for Nick Ryan. 66-63. Thiel on top with a chance to tie with the 3. 3:22 to go. Henderson right side to Sanders. Sanders feeds it Over to Henderson, back to Sanders. Sanders fakes, goes to the baseline, looking for help. Tough shot, glass, no. Rebound in traffic, grabbed by Hergenrother. 3 minutes to go. Harrell, right side now for Weir. Out front for DePietro. Ryan looked inside, decided to give it back out front for Harrell around a screen. Out front, DePietro floats a three. Got it! Oh, a big one for Trey DePietro. Now 28 for Trey.
Now a career high in threes made. It was one, now it's two, Mark.
69-63. Titans on top. Those 2 threes, the difference. Right side, baseline drive, Henderson, and it's going to be off his foot. He banged into Hergenrother. There was no call, and then the ball goes off the foot of Henderson and out of bounds. Henderson going to check in for Ryan.
Yeah, see a replay here. DePietro straightaway three, bang.
Love it.
Trey loves those little pick and pops. Titans often run the screen high action and have their bigs like Weir and DePietro slip, and sometimes they'll pop out and hit a straightaway three there.
Zoe Reed with the mop. One of our group saw that Titan Town Sports preview a little bit ago.
Oh yeah.
And a great season of that. New season will start after the Christmas break.
Yeah. Check your stockings, your YouTube stockings on Christmas.
69-63. I don't have time to ask about that. YouTube stockings. Right side Weir to DePietro and a hand-to-hander shot. Right side for Hergenrother, 2:11 to go. Up top for Harrell. Harrell feeds it to DePietro to the basket, lays it in with a right hand. DJ Harrell downhill and scores 71-63 Westminster, and a foul to go with it.
Getting downhill, Harrell. He's been here before. He's been around the block. Miami-Dade, Bryant Stratton, Salem University, a 2-time conference player of the year in JUCO. Gets to the rim over Sanders. Right hand layup up and good, extending the lead to 8.
And the foul shot to go with it. 3-point play for DJ Harrell. And boy, blink of an eye, and the Titans are back up by 9. 72-63, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Loomis and the Thiel Tomcats. Moments ago, they cut it to 3 and had the basketball, and Westminster gets a 3 from DePietro and a 3-point play.
Talking about Titan Radio right now, you know about the app. You know you can download it anywhere. You can take your mobile device, 88.9 FM. But did you know that there's continuous Christmas music on the radio side? After the game, enjoy continuous commercial-free Christmas music on Titan Radio all the way through New Year's. It's our way of saying thank you for your support over the past year. Happy holidays from all of us at WCN and Titan Radio. Listen on 88.9 FM, www.titanradiolive.com, or the free mobile app, or ask your Alexa device to play Titan Radio.
72-63. The Westminster edge in this one with 1:57 to go. There'll be an inbound on the sideline for Thiel. Need a big basket here. Pacheco try to feed it inside, and great defense on the takeaway by Drew Weir. Across the timeline. Go to Weir in the wing. Back out front to DePietro, left side. Sanders shot. Jackson feeds it high post to DePietro. Shot clock at 10. DePietro to the basket. Step through with the right hand. Can't get it to go. But Drew Weir will tap it in. And have a chance for a 3-point play as well.
DePietro couldn't sneak the 30 bomb over the rim there. Stuck at 28, but Weir follows it for the putback and 1.
It was inches away from the career high for Trey DePietro, but a chance to get the basket in. 1 more for Drew Weir. And he'll hit the foul shot. So the 3-point play for Weir, and the Titans up 75-63 with 1:35 to go. From 63 to 60 inside, and a whistle and a foul.
Trying to slow the clock down here to Checo. Or Lentz, rather, getting to the rim. Drawing a foul. Thiel trails by 12.
Lentz at the line to shoot 2 shots.
2 shots for Logan Lentz. Line right. 6 of 9 from the free throw line on the season for Logan. First one rattles home. 6-foot junior, as we said, out of Greenville. 75-64. Revmore line right is up and good. So Lentz gets them both. 10-point Titan lead, 1:25 to go. Well in the backcourt. Across the timeline. Works it to Hergenrother and then to Weir. Right side for Hendershot. Then to Harrell. Hesitates back out front. Trey going to take a three and hit it. Of course he'd hit it, which would have been a career high, but they called a foul. An offensive foul on the Titans on a pick, I believe.
He hasn't taken more than 3 attempts from 3 this season in the game, letting him fly. Big guy, feeling confident. I could see him smiling a little upset there. That one didn't stand.
Coach Richards, long discussion. Coach Loomis with discussion. We're going to go to a replay and look at something. Now, I don't know, and maybe RJ, if you're in the area, you can go there and listen in at the replay table and maybe get an idea of what they're even talking about. With a 10-point Titan lead with 1:08 to go in this one. Moments ago, it was 63 to 60, and Thiel had the basketball. And then the Titans get a big three from DePietro, a couple of three-point plays, and have pushed it now back out to a 10-point lead as Westminster trying to grab their first PAC win. Fell to Allegheny away earlier this week on Wednesday. Thiel got a win against Hiram to be at 1-1. This was a battle. Titans were down a couple times by around 8 or 9 and trailed by 4 at the half, but in a solid second half, Trey DePietro, second best game of his career. RJ was listening in down there. Let's go down to RJ. Go ahead, bud.
Potential flagrant foul on Drew Weir as he kind of gave that shoulder check inside the paint. I don't know if you guys caught that as he was cutting inside as refs discuss. Hopefully that's not the case, but potential flagrant loading up for Drew Weir.
That's what they were looking at. We'll hear what the announcement is. Officials checking with the scores table. So they did not make it a flagrant foul. They'll just keep it as a personal foul on Weir, his second. And so it'll be a baseline inbound.
Would have been a big play there. Would have got free throws and the ball back.
Yeah.
Cut it to 3 possessions.
Instead, with just over a minute to go, Thiel will bring the ball across the timeline. Henderson out front. Curcio Harris going to float a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Grabbed in the corner by Henderson. Jumper from the baseline up and good. And a quick timeout by Coach Loomis on the make by Henderson to cut it to 75 to 67. And with that, another look at Christmas Vespers.
Absolutely. Talking about Christmas Vespers, the public is invited to attend Westminster College's annual Christmas Vespers worship service at 4 p.m. December 7th in the Will W. Orr Auditorium on the college campus. There will be a lot of musical performances and a message entitled Can It Be, delivered by college chaplain Reverend James Moore. The program will be live streamed at WCNlive.com, and WCN will rebroadcast the service on multiple occasions over the holiday season.
Mick Hergenrother, Alex Rothwell will be part of that as readers in the ceremony. Talked to Reverend Moore before the game. He was contemplating, too, maybe doing some singing. But he's not really been a public singer. But he has some musical skills. He feels like he's a real good singer, like matching voice and tune. So there's a chance that he jumps in and does a little duet. I think that's enough to watch or go.
Absolutely.
To see if he's going to belt one out or not. And I'm not denying he can't do it. I think he's a little bit nervous about delivering the singing message. He's great with the verbal message.
I saw him here earlier. He got to be here.
He's here.
If Rev Moore's listening, I see him down there. I'd say let it go.
That's what I told him. I said, go ahead.
Let it loose.
At the very least.
Shoot the 3.
At the very least, to do the duet.
Absolutely.
And then maybe next year he can do the solo. He's also learning to play piano. How about that? Being self-taught from like YouTube or something.
If he's not confident in himself, I'm confident in him.
You tell him. Maybe make sure you tell him on the way out. Everybody tell Rev Moore, sing at Vespers.
Yes. Now. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. All right, inbound for Westminster. 55 seconds to go. The Titans leading 75-67. See if Thiel fouls right away. The ball into Hergenrother and then to Harrell. And Harrell moves it across the timeline. Hand to Hergenrother. Make out front for DePietro. Left side for Harrell. Out front for Weir. Nearly knocked away. Back to Harrell. Shot clock at 12. Double team. Underneath, DePietro lays it up and in! And Trey DePietro has a career high.
30 points there for Trey. Smile on his face pointed to Harrell after that assist.
I think they knew. He just needed one more point. Ball left side, baseline drive. Henderson flip it out right side. Kept gonna fire a three. It's short, no good. Harrell with a rebound. Westminster with the ball in a 10-point lead. 13 seconds to go. Harrell will cross the timeline. Thiel says we're done. So does Westminster. Harrell's gonna dribble this out. And Westminster gonna grab their first PAC win of the year. And the first Titan PAC win for Coach Dave Richards. Final score in this one, Westminster 77 and Thiel 67.
Great performance from the Titans there, battling back down early. Trey DePietro, of course, leading the way for Westminster with a 30 bomb, the first of his career. Trey looking better than ever after that knee injury, and I bet it's just great for the confidence of both the team and Trey to get this big win against Thiel on the home court.
Try to get a word with Coach Richards here in a minute with RJ and Braylon. Westminster going to 4-3 overall, 1-1 in the PAC. 4-5 now for Thiel, 1-1 in the PAC, and we're getting everything into position. We'll have Coach Richards, I believe, in a moment to talk to RJ. As Westminster comes from behind, down 38. Let's go down to no, we'll come back to RJ in a minute. Okay.
While we're here,
here's Coach Richards getting ready, but go ahead.
Talking about, we got player of the game coming up. If you've been listening and watching the broadcast, I'm guessing you could guess who it's going to be.
Have a good chance of that. And we'll look at final numbers. We'll look at what's ahead as well. And here's Coach Richards making his way over to RJ. So let's go down to RJ Scott with Coach Dave Richards. Go ahead, RJ.
Coach Richards, big 77-67 win, 10-point win. I mean, phenomenal 20-point win, excuse me. Whatever it was, a big win. How do you feel? First PAC win under your belt. How's it feel, all this momentum?
Yeah, it's a good win for us. Thiel's a really talented team, and it's always to get a conference win on your home court. So I'm proud of our guys that were fighting the second half. Thought we played pretty well in the second half.
Trey DePietro, 30 points, career high. Did you expect that from him coming off that ACL injury? I'm assuming he's been getting back into the game. What have you seen from him so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, Trey's a really talented offensive player. I mean, you saw today he can score in a variety of ways. And he's slowly getting back from that injury, and I think today you can finally see it that he's going to have a big year for us.
And what can we expect from the Titans after getting this win going into the next week? What can we see from this team?
Well, we're going to make sure we take care of our finals next week. That's most important, finals. And we have a little break off. We don't play Alma until December 17th. So we're going to have some pretty good hardcore practices, but take care of our finals, get back in the gym, and get better.
Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Dave Richards with RJ Scott. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Braylon on the camera side. Westminster with a 77-67 win in this one. Take a quick timeout and back with our post-game award as well as the scoring wrap-up. Stay with us. Titans win it by 10 right here on your home of the Titans, WCN. Back here, Westminster College Titan final. Westminster wins it by a score of 77-67. And time now to tell everybody about our Titan Radio and WCN Player of the Game.
WCN Player of the Game going to be Trey DePietro. An absolutely electric performance from Trey DePietro today. 30 points on the day. Also 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks for Trey. 2 for 3 from 3 as well. I mean, letting him fly. The big guy, he had that one, got called back from the Drew Weir foul. Would have been 3 threes on the day from Trey DePietro. Great game from Trey coming back from that ACL injury.
That was Brady on the screen there, the brother who's coming back from a knee injury, but that happens right now.
Yeah, close enough.
They look alike, but Trey, our WCN player of the game in this one, and you mentioned that career high, but really great to come back from an injury.
Yes.
Missed all of last year, so good to see Trey back and be able to get the big game today. Some of the numbers from this one. Westminster led by DePietro with 30 points on 12 of 18 from the field. Also career high 2 of 3 from 3 for Trey. 10 rebounds for Drew Weir to go with 15 points. 14 for Nick Ryan. Big game for Nick.
Yeah.
12 points for DJ Harrell to go with 6 assists. Solid game for DJ Harrell as well. 3 from Hendershot, 3 from Hergenrother to wind up the 77. Westminster 29 of 65 from the field for 45%. 8 of 28 from 3. Just 29%, but they made the big ones when they needed them. 11 of 16 from the line for 69%. On the Thiel side, 16 for Curcio Harris, 15 for Daz Sanders, 9 points for Kemp off the bench. All of those were in the first half. And some of the other numbers.
Yeah, I talked about at halftime that Thiel was shooting the lights out. I mean, they were shooting 60% from the field, 75% from 3, and still good from the free throw line as the game went on. But at the end of the game, 41% from the field, 36% from 3. Cooled down, finished 2 for 10 from their last 3. They were 3 for 4, finished 5 of 14. Points off turnovers, Westminster capitalized on that. Thiel got a little sloppy with the ball as the game went on. 13 turnovers in the paint. Westminster dominated as well. But Thiel off the bench, 23 to Westminster's 14. All 14 of those off the bench coming from Nick Ryan today.
Oh, good game for Nick. 42 rebounds for Thiel in this one to 35 for Westminster. 13 Titan turnovers. 13 Thiel turnovers. Only 6 turnovers on the Titan side of the game. Westminster came in and averaging about 11 turnovers a game. So getting just 6, that's a big game for Westminster in that area.
Yeah, something the Titans have done really well all season is that assist-to-turnover ratio. 17 assists to 6 turnovers. They're one of the only PAC teams with a positive turnover-to-assist margin with about 1.3 coming into this game.
When we look at what's coming ahead, of course, you heard Coach Richards say a little bit of a break for the Titans. Got finals week coming up for Westminster, so class is ending here before you know it, into the finals. But we will have more basketball coverage coming up on December the 20th. Women's basketball Juniata will be our next broadcast that we'll have on that day. That'll be on the Titan Radio and the Titan Stream side of that. I think that's a stream only actually against that Juniata game on the 20th. And then, of course, Christmas coming up on the 25th. But certainly looking for good work on finals from you and everybody else like you did on the game here. If you study as much as you did for the game today for finals, you should be fine. You had plenty of papers, plenty of notes. You were prepared.
Absolutely.
Do the same for finals, I say to you.
Of course, absolutely. Going back to Titan Town Sports, we got broadcasts coming up. Got those ones there. I'd just say turn your notifications on YouTube, WCN, and Vimeo for December 25th, because, Mark, it happens to be a Thursday.
Yeah.
So Thursday's Titan Town Sports is uploaded. So I'd say check your Christmas YouTube stockings.
There you go. That's why it's Christmas YouTube, because it's a Thursday. I got you. Hey, Christmas celebration worship service, the Vespers tomorrow. That'll be on WCN 4 o'clock in Orr Auditorium. And again, back to WCN broadcasts of basketball when we get to the Hiram game on January 14th, then Geneva on the 21st. And we got a swim match coming up as well, a swim meet. So Stay tuned, Westminster and Mount Union swimming and diving. That's always a fun broadcast on the 24th. So looking forward to that. That one you dress very lightly.
It's humid in there. Oh, it's humid in there, absolutely. And just like that, R.J. Scott comes out like Willis Reed after he broke his ankle for the Knicks with Trey DePietro from the locker room, and we'll let them get into formation there.
Yeah, our player of the game is going to get a chance to talk to R.J. Career high points for Trey DePietro in this one today. Let's go down to R.J.
Trey, career high 30 points, coming off a crazy injury as well. How does it feel to be back in that groove?
I'm so excited to be playing again. Like, you sit out for a whole season, you watch the game that you love. I'm just so happy and excited to be playing with my teammates and just to be back playing basketball.
Yeah, and being one of those top guys, it feels good we can help out Drew and Jackson and DJ. Just tell me, what was the mindset going into this? Were you being careful on the knee? What was?
I'm a senior at this point. This is my last year. I'm going all out. There is no going easy, and all of us seniors know that too. Like, this is it for us. We're giving it our all 100%. So we're just excited to be playing.
And, you know, Coach said a lot of hard practices next week. Having that little break, do you guys think you guys will be ready to go when it's time to play those games again?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're a team where we lost, obviously, at Allegheny a couple of days ago, and so now it's just bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. We're going to continue to get better and better.
Thank you so much, Trey. Congratulations on the big game.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Trey DePietro. Thank you much, R.J. Scott, for your work today. And as Jacob mentioned moments ago, our WCN and Titan Radio player of the game, Trey DePietro with a career-high 30 points and 2 threes, a career-high as well.
Should have been 3.
Had a chance. He did hit one more after an offensive foul, or maybe adds a couple more in this one. But time to wrap it up here. The broadcast today brought to you by the Broadcasting and Sports Communication Program at Westminster College, providing real-world experience in today's media for tomorrow's producers. Thanks to the entire crew for the efforts in bringing the game to you. Thank you to partners in Game 2, Jacob Rhodes and R.J. Scott. Thanks to you for joining us. The whole crew in this one. We had Tom Rook, we had Braylon Juzak in Game 1. On the radio side, Ethan Kurtz, Derek McClafferty, and Tom Rook. Directing today, Jacob Walzer. On replay, Dennis Jones. On the graphics, Lee Stedman. On audio, Sophia Commenda, Peyton Mell, Seth Carroll, Jean Gary Joseph, Adam Teixeira, all on camera, as well as RJ and Emily Tallis. Derek McClafferty also did some camera work. So did Damian Davala, Jaden Jackson, and also Ben Kelly working some wireless with Braylon Juzak as well. And finally, more audio from Abby Richards. Thank you so much. A great crew, a great place to work. Come join us on the sideline at Westminster College. We'll take you and be part of our program. Final score in this one, Westminster with a win, 77-67. I'm Mark Slazak saying thank you for watching. The final score, again, 77-67, Westminster over Thiel. This has been Titan Basketball on WCN. Good night.